Hello, my name is Jeff. I'm Wizard. Welcome to my channel. I want to talk about anxiety some more via card reading stuff. Choose one of these 6 piles from the Gustav Klimt tarot. I'll put up the picture. Choose the pile that stands out to you, or choose a number from 1 to 6. Go to the timestamps in the description box, comment section. Click on the blue link and then I'll see you there. These will be short messages. Don't worry. This is the deck, by the way. So let's begin. Get into it with group 1. Here we go. Here are your cards. Whoa. A lot of swords, 3 of swords. Heartache. And 7 of swords upside down. Okay, a lot of anxiety of being stolen from, or of being taken advantage from, or being how do you say that? I say that a lot. How do you say that? I just should internalize that part more. But what was the word that I was looking for? When you've been duped before, and then it's like I'm not going to be fooled twice by that, or I'm not going to be, put in that situation again. So you're afraid of it happening again, of being a fool again, or something, of being. It says here heartbroken also. I mean, that's more of the 3 of swords. Otherwise, maybe I would see 5 of pentacles if it was more monetary. I started talking about self-correcting stuff. That makes me think about being very self-aware for some reason. I don't know how that ties in. Afraid of rejection or something, or you have people finding you annoying. Yeah, something like that. It's like afraid of being hurt again, for people thinking you're annoying or not liking you, maybe. Or they make you feel very self-aware. But I keep going in my head to you're feeling this because it happened in the past or something, or because you experienced it this way in the past. So it is kind of like trauma response. Like you're triggered, so you become very self-aware. I'm getting sort of like in social situations, and you're afraid of being left out again or something. I think this happened to you long ago or something, and it's still like this very deep wound of you suddenly being rejected or something. But the moral of the story is that it's old, and it happened in the past, and okay, that I've been for some reason getting the same that same story here and there retold with you get let's say you have this an oracle or something foretells that let's say you will do something very bad, or somebody will do something very bad, and then you try to prevent it, but in the preventing of it, you make it happen. So it's like self-fulfilling prophecy. I think that's from the Oedipus story. You know, where the king got from the Oracle of Delphi the prophecy, that's the word I was looking for, prophecy that his son would kill him, so he sends his son away when he's born or something, or he tries to kill him, but then he escapes, blah, 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 and then because he sent him away, he comes back that many years later. I know my hair's a mess. I'm going to smoke the camera. He comes back to kill his father because he sent him away or something, or other reasons. I should look into that. So, don't run into the trap of thinking that because you're having all these feelings, or you're feeling this anxious, that the same thing is happening. My cat is looking so angry. Wait. Wait. Don't be so quick to pull the trigger on things here. Give it more of a chance, because otherwise you run into the risk of you creating the same your own like faith again, your own heartbreak again, because you think people maybe don't like you, or you think that you're being weird. You become very self-aware or self-conscious, or you maybe are going to be defensive or push people away because you think that they're going to do the same, or you know. So you make the same thing happen again because of your own like reactions stuff, you know. So don't do that. Just wait, be patient, don't make conclusions, just, you know, try to be yourself and not don't be so quick to jump the gun on this, and so you don't make the same thing happen again. Wow, I got really weird here, sorry, I'm tired. I think that's it, group one. Also with the swords here, it's like just a lot of mental game for you. Try to recognize that these are old wounds that are coming up more than the same thing is happening, and no, all you can do is be yourself, you know. There's no such thing as suddenly, because that defeats the purpose of maybe having friends or people who around you. If they don't like you, they don't like you, you know. The point is that you can be yourself. So if that's a problem, then that's a problem. But I think you're having the tendency of becoming suspicious, or becoming on guard when it's not necessary, and doing the Oedipus thing. Don't do that. Group one. Okay, thank you. Like, share, subscribe. See you around. Bye. Then, group two. I have a vape pen now. I think it's blocked. I don't know. Okay, I have the Chariot and Three of Cups upside down. Okay, Chariot. So the first thing I thought of was go. Then a car. Now I'm looking at the word Zegelwagen. So I know that. That's Dutch. Zegelwagen. You know, I said it in German. Okay, so Bedwagen. Car or strength. I still looking at the body. And then the Three of Cups. Two bodies. So yeah, so both. You're kind of anxious about, let's say, dating or just going out or hanging around with people. I don't know. You're not feeling your best. That's the point here. You're not feeling, let's say, you haven't been going to the gym, or you're not feeling too fly about your ride, you know, like you're in that pimp my ride situation. So you're kind of feeling lacking or something. And maybe you're not feeling so confident then, or just, you know, not your best self. Not very. Oh, here I am. Gonna conquer the world. Yeah. Well, okay. So then the thing is here, group 2 is like it doesn't really matter, really. Like basically, I'm kind of saying basically, yeah, you're still the stuff, the shit. Yes, the shit. You're still the shit. Even if you're not feeling your best, and you're kind of wrong putting those damn, I'm having trouble finding my words. Conditions on you being enough, or you being good enough or something, or allowed to be seen by other people, or you know. Don't put those conditions on yourself. Don't say like, oh, only when I have this, I'm looking this way, or I'm feeling this way, and I have these material things that I have, you know, like a reason to go out into the world. Could be that you're just not feeling solid in general in life, but you don't need to have those things to go out and fun and meet people, you know, like that. Really, that's conditional love. That's just saying like, oh, you know, like you're not allowed to be loved when you don't have those things, and you know that's wrong. So if you think about it that way, then you know you're just being kind of absurd to begin with. And that fear or that anxiety, it comes then from, I think, the idea that without those things, you have nothing to offer, maybe, or you think you have nothing to offer. I think it's deeper than the shallow things you're being anxious about. Maybe that's the plot twist here. Maybe there's a trapdoor here, you know, like, oh, you think it's all about these material things, but actually it's more like the fear that you have that this means that you're like that things are not going well for you, or that you're not worth much, you know. I think it's more core beliefs than that. So think about that. I don't know, but you're still the shit, you know, like remember that message. We said shit a lot. I smoked my vape. Ooh, this was a badass message. Okay. That I don't know. Okay, bye. Group 2. Group 3. Thinking I didn't show the cards in group 2. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's cool, because before at the group 2 I had the Chariot card, where there is now the Strength card. You know, Chariot is more physical wise, like, or a car. Strength is mental game. Queen of Chalices, very different card. Queen of Cups, very blue. I have a blue ring, I have a blue necklace on. Wow, it's kind of the same. Cool. Anxiety, I have no idea. I have no idea. Baker's going in. Okay, the first thought I just had with you is you had to be strong so long mental wise. It was so hard, and then there's still all these emotions that have to be processed. There's still like a rainstorm of emotions sort of that you had to put on hold to stay mentally in the game or to stay focused. Because she's like in the strength card, she has this head. She's holding this head. It's like she had to take off. Like her head to just like stay. I don't know. Like it makes sense in my head. Yeah, I said head a lot. I think you went through a time where you were very vulnerable, and you were exposed, and you just had to get through it. And then maybe when you get out of that a little bit, there's still this undercurrent of reacting to that, like being afraid, being sad, being angry, getting that all out, and getting that out in a not overwhelming way. It's the healing part, the water part. And I think it's even deeper than that. It's sort of talking about an existential anxiety of, with all this enduring, with all this emotional mess that you may be feeling like inside, maybe you're losing sight of yourself. It's like you're having anxiety of like, am I changing? Am I losing myself? Am you feel like you've lost maybe the person you used to be, and it's making you very scared on an existential level that you're like turning to stone, or turning cold, or you see yourself maybe like suddenly like as a very like, oh, when did I become so dark or so joyless, something like that. And I think you can soothe that thought with just knowing that there's no such thing as like losing yourself in that way. You just have to acknowledge where you've been and what you had to endure, and that that you need time to come back from that. But it's like it's like when you get snowed under, but after a while, when the snow is gone, you'll be there again. It's when you get really anxious about it and afraid, then you can spin out, then you can stress out because you will lose your footing, you will lose your center. You just have to sort of know that deep down you're always there. Maybe asleep, but it's just like you need to trust that, because that will always be your center. I had this like I took like acid a couple of times, and once I took a lot and I was alone and I don't know if it's that time, anyways, but I was having this like bad trip moment, but I don't really seem to having a bad trip. It's more like when something wants to present itself and you avoid it, or you're trying too hard to control where the trip is going, and everything got really warped and weird. And it was even like when I tried to put on music to distract myself, it would become warped. It was like wom 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 wom. It was horrible. And then it was it felt like I was dying. But then I tried to focus on everything, and that didn't work. And then I just closed my eyes and I focused on me, and that worked because there was like a realization, like I'm the center of everything or something, and everything that spins around me is not me, So when I focused on myself, I could feel footing again. And also this weird feeling once I had of like, you think it was really weird. It was like I thought I was like not dying, but like I thought something like my brain was collapsing or something. And then it just didn't. It just zoomed out again, and it was like a bigger layer, and it was like, I don't know. It's a weird moment. It was a moment of surrender, and then the air started rushing back. My temperature got back to normal. It was really cool. But that was a big lesson moment for me. But I don't know. There was somehow a strong lesson, like I'm the center of everything. When everything seems to be shifting or unsteady or weird, and I can't grasp, like it seems to I don't know what is what anymore. I could feel my center sort of. And work from there. I don't know. I don't think I told that really well, but I gave it a good old go. Group 3. I hope it helped. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and see you around. Moving to group 4. Hello. Ooh, romantic cards. The colors are romantic. 7 of Chalices. Nice cards. These are nice cards. Come on, these are nice cards. So 7 of Chalices, then Ace of Chalice. Yeah. And a 5 of Pentacles upside down. I knew that already. I had to read it. Because I read it before. Okay, so it's funny, like the outside cards form like a square to me. And then this Ace of Chalice in the middle. So, romance. So okay, why? Of course it's romantic. There are roses here. Wow, okay. So, there is this anxiety of okay, so there's romance here. There's something, like you have an attention of a certain someone, but you're going through some big changes. In any case, you're going through like a lot of figuring things out and getting out of some troubles, some financial shit, some other hardships, some bad health. You're dealing with health, maybe sickness. So you have a lot going on. And this lady is holding a dragon away. So you're holding a dragon at bay, which is like a lot of hard work, or maybe drugs. I don't know. We don't judge here. So a lot going on, and then there's this romance in the middle of all that. So you're very anxious how to deal with that and figure it out. Well, okay. So I want to say, stop thinking that it's a choice you are making alone. It's like, look, this romance is here and it's happening. And it's like a tango and you're in it. So deal with it. Life is always going to be tricky and hard and complicated, and there's a lot of things that are going to be pulling at you, and you have to choose your responsibilities. So choose the ones you like, and don't feel so guilty or bad when that things are difficult. It is what it is. And this romance is here, and it's happening, and you'll have to see what happens. Okay. And it's a bit of a focus thing here of like, look, you have a lot going on, but you have this beautiful thing in the middle. I see two very challenging sides here, and one very warm and exciting. a thing happening in the middle of it. So just focus on that and try to focus on what's in front of you and not let those things get in the way of that too much. And be honest, like it's just like you are where you are, and this other person is also just gonna have to deal with that, you know. Who knows, they might actually help you with some of this stuff, or just, you know, the fact that somebody like that is in your life could give you a lot of clarity or strength to help you out with these things. It feels like a bit of a challenge of like recognizing where to focus and put your love and time a little bit. I don't know, but no, the main message is like, don't worry too much about what to do with it. Like, oh, do I have to like, oh no, it's not the right timing. It feels like I'm not in the best space, whatever. But it's like, yeah, it's not up to you anymore. It's happening, so just tango. And don't think it's all up to you, you know, like, because it's not. It's just not. It's just not. Embrace the romance. Be a little romantic. Just do it. Bluff a little bit, you know, like pretend like you're a together person. Pretend like you're emotionally balanced and in control of your life. And maybe it happens. Tell me if it does. Okay, bye. Group 4. Moving on to group 5. Wow. This is so beautiful. The wheel. I've never seen this card. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow, I already know what this is about. Look at all this gold. Shiny, shiny, shiny. It reminds me of this old Dutch comic, Jommeke, and the Incas. With the parrot, yeah. The red parrot. Or the Mayas. I don't know, something with gold. Okay, I got the devil here. 6 of Wands. Okay, I already know what this is about, group 5. It's super easy, Okay, so this is just maybe like... Sorry, perfect. What you have to do and keep doing, okay? It's just like an exercise and it's really not difficult and it's really a mental, powerful, focus, intention thing that really works, okay? So, a good way to deal with anxiety, or just a good way to deal with negative thinking, or spinning out of control, or like thinking like, oh my god, I don't know, like, how am I ever gonna feel better or get blah blah blah. Take your piece of paper and write down all the things that are going good. Every little fucking thing. Sorry, I said F word. Every little thing, okay? Start like, okay, I just had a nice coffee, whatever. I have this, I have that. That was nice, that was funny. Just like make a habit of it and don't force it. Don't force it too much. If it's 3 or 4 things, fine, perfect. Just count your blessings. That's what it is. The opposite of fear is gratitude. I heard that somewhere and I feel like it's true. I have a vape pen, I'm using it. Because what is the devil? It's something that keeps you stuck. And what keeps you stuck is the stress and anxiety and focusing on the things that are going bad, which makes more things that go bad come, because that's where you're focusing. We go where we focus. So by focusing on good things that are happening, we get more of those. That's really just simple as that. So the devil has got you stuck in focusing on the problems. You know, it's like you're feeding the devil when you're always afraid of it. Because then he's got you, because then he can guide you where you go, because you're always running away from it, you know? The devil wants to keep you trapped. So you have to untrap yourself a bit by count your victories, count your blessings, every little thing. Just every day, small list. Take a post-it, I do it, small post-it. How much space? Not much pressure. You can write really big letters. But it really works. It really works. And it's like a wheel of positivity, and see how golden it gets. Because it's like you build up momentum on a good energy. The opposite of fear is really gratitude. It's also when you're really afraid, when you're really stressed out, say what you're grateful for, and it helps, because it's really like same. I say it always when you're in the car and you are slipping, sliding on the road. You need to focus on the road, and when you're trying to steer yourself straight and not on the sides, because you go where you focus on. So take a pen and a piece of paper and just write small things. Like, I like that song. I like music. Like, thank you for music. But just don't feel it. Don't write it like whatever comes up spontaneous. And you'll. It's a good thing to do. It's like it's weird, but it's one of those things that it's like I secretly enjoy it because I know it works. It's magic. Okay, group 5. There we go. Thank you. Group 6. Not about your card, just about my internal thought. I just said. Oh, yeah, I'm vaping. It's apple, so it's sweet. I ended group 5, and then in my brain said like, oh, say like, share, and subscribe. And then I said like, oh yeah, but I don't know. I didn't want to do it because I don't know. I feel too cool or something. and then my it insisted or something. And then I felt like I did something bad, or then I just said ay, as if it were bad. So I'm thinking that's the level of anxiety we're wait, I have 2 of swords, decisions made. Sorry, you couldn't see that very well. 2 of swords, then I have a Queen of Wands, confidence. This always reminds me of my old roommate I had, this card, Bernadette, because she went to the design academy and she made an outfit like this once, or she had sort of these kinds of creations. Really nice thing she made. Ooh, but I also saw her like struggle with this, with the self-doubt after a while. I mean, like, it's also just the pressure of the school she went to. They have to work really hard and produce a lot, so it's just a lot of work that you have to do alone oftentimes. You have to make a lot of outfits alone and have to present it, and they're very harsh there, or they're very strict or like difficult, so it's very stressful and mentally. And I always remember, because she she is very confident. She always was, like, but then you could see it slip when the pressure got really high, or when she just started having difficulty with the way things worked. Because she knew that there was happening, that she was like losing her confidence and the joy in it a little bit, and I think I could also see a bit that's where her genius became from, because she just made things out of sort of a sheer excitement and joy, and it was just full of fantasy or something. And then when she just started thinking too much about things, or taking back on her choices or decisions, or doubting herself, she got like in a lot of trouble, mentally, and also with her work, like it sort of became, changed. So that's what's happening with you as well, I guess. So you made decisions, and then you lose confidence, and then you're like stuck with not being very happy with what you did. Stuck with like, oh, I'm not. Look at this guy sitting, like, I made this pentacle, but it's, it's not working or something, or it's not jiving for me. Yeah. So on Rick and Morty, like the last episode, they made this point again because they made it before, like when they made the song, like "Get Swifty." He also says it's like you only make like good music only comes from people who are relaxed, and that's true. And in the last episode, there was also this explanation of like creativity is like really more of a side product of mental illness, maybe, or mistakes, rather than it is a process of work and pressure, because that it doesn't work when you try to be creative, or get it too right, or just be too picky or something. You have to let it flow more. You don't have to think about it too much. That's the point. When you're overthinking things, and it's damaging your confidence, because your confidence comes from the whole fact that you be yourself and good things happen, and then you know that. But then when you make decisions, or you think like, oh, that's nice, and then later you come back, oh no, that's not what was I thinking? I'm so silly or like stupid. You damage your own confidence, because you're telling yourself, like, it's like every decision you make, you're there saying like, that's a bad decision, you're wrong. So you make yourself doubt a lot, and then you lose your magic a bit. But it's still there, but like you have this internal struggle bit, and like, look, I see this confidence card. Look at her face, most of all, very, very gloomy, and then this finger with the fuck you, like to yourself or to your decisions. I'm getting also that you're putting too much pressure on yourself. You're asking too much of yourself. Don't expect to have it so right. Just follow the joy of things, and you'll get it right eventually. But it's like a bit of pride almost. It's like you already have this maybe ego. Like maybe you saw that you were very good at something. Okay, follow me? You said that you were very good at something, and now you expect a lot from yourself, or too much, or you think like, oh, because the last few steps were really good and brilliant, I can't learn anymore, so I have to only reach that like level now. No, like just expect yourself to also have projects or times that you're just learning, or you're just like trying different things and fooling around. Because that's an important part of the process, you know? Like, that's where eventually the cool things come from. I think I've said too much. Okay, group 6. Group 8, you're learning like recurring patterns of things going well, and then you're demanding too much of yourself, and then getting overstressed or over anxious, and then underproducing, and maybe burning out. Maybe, I don't know. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you around. Bye.